Hi, I'm Mike,
And I'm Tina,
and we're digital nomads currently traveling in Southeast Asia. I'm a web developer.
and I work in the nonprofit sector, specifically focusing on projects in the garment industry.
Well, we came across the Fixathon about 2 months ago, and we thought it was a great opportunity to combine our passions and useful skills and make something impactful to fight against the climate emergency. So,
So, we've developed an app which focuses on addressing the problems of the garment industry. We know that everyone has to wear clothes, but in the last 15 to 20 years, there's been a major shift to the fashion industry, specifically with the creation of fast fashion, which is when clothing companies produce tons of different styles of clothes, usually sold very cheaply and updated constantly. It used to be that fashion brands would produce 2 or maybe 4 seasons of clothes in a year, and now brands like H&M and Zara, for example, produce 18 to 24 seasons every single year. And because they're making those clothes cheaply, usually using low quality products, cutting corners in health and safety, and underpaying the people who are making the clothes, consumers can afford to buy more and more and more, which means we own more and we wear those clothes less. The average woman in the US, for example, wears a garment only 7 times before throwing it out. So, what's the impact of that? Well, the total greenhouse gas emissions from textiles production, at 1.2 billion tons annually, are more than those of all international flights and maritime shipping combined. 20% of industrial water pollution globally is attributed to the dyeing and treatment of textiles. And it's estimated that the fashion industry will use more than a quarter of the world's annual carbon budget by 2050 if it continues on its current growth path. All for fashion.
so what can we do about it?
Well, we know there needs to be a lot of collective action in order to change the fashion industry, but consumers can play a big role in that with their actions and their wallets. There's an existing movement happening, started by Livia Firth, called the 30 Wears Challenge. The concept is simple. Before you purchase any new item of clothing, ask yourself if you will wear it at least 30 times. Eventually, if we do this, it will reduce the amount of clothes that we purchase, making us think more, and keep our wardrobes smaller and ensure that each piece of clothing is really valued and worn well. But how many of us actually know how much we wear our clothes? I sometimes think I've worn something 30 times, but if I start adding it up, it's much lower. So we've developed the 30 Wears app, a simple tool to track what you wear each day and count how many times you've worn each item in your closet. The app takes an idea to wear your clothing more and buy less and makes it actionable. So how does it work?
Well, before I begin, just a small disclaimer. Because we want all of the judges to be able to access this app without having an Android or an iOS device, we're running it here for this video in an iOS simulator on my laptop. But this, however, comes with a few drawbacks. One of those is that I can't really show you the selfie functionality of the app because the simulator doesn't have access to the camera. Another thing is that it can't receive push notifications or to be able to share into, for example, Instagram or Twitter. So that functionality, you have to use your imaginations a bit, but that's part of the app as well. So you're greeted with this screen to log in to the app. You can read more about the 30 Wears Challenge here. And once you sign in, you are greeted with a fact reminding you what this is all for. So for instance, this one's about greenhouse gas emissions, but there's lots of other little bits there to help educate you and remind you why we're all doing this, and that is the impact of the fashion industry on our world today. So what you do is you add what garments you're wearing that day. So this is a list of garments that I have stored in the app that is in my closet. And today I'm wearing my tropical watercolor tank top, and I'm also wearing my striped shorts. Also, if something is not on the list because you haven't entered it yet, you can click this button and type in a name for it. Pick a category, like for example a handbag, or it's a dress or a hat. I look really good in the dress, by the way. And take a photo either from your camera or from your camera roll on your phone, and it will show up here so you can select it and add it to what you're wearing. Once you save today's outfit, it'll prompt you for a selfie. And this, we think, is important because it helps you personalize what you are doing and remind you also what you're doing it for. So, of course, I can't demo the selfie functionality as I mentioned before because we're on a simulator, but I'll show you the previous day that I entered before. And here you see me sitting there in an armchair, swinging around by the pool, and you see the watermark at the bottom with our hashtag and the app's address. You also see what I wore that day, so in this case the purple bike shirt that I bought in Cambodia and the red striped shorts that I love to wear everywhere. And that's pretty much the functionality. So yeah, you basically share it out here, and that's how you use the app.
And where can you share that to?
You can share it basically anywhere, like Twitter, Instagram. You can save the photo, you can send it to your friends on WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever messenger you use, or any other app that conceivably can share a photo.
Cool. And are there any features that you can't show here but that are worth mentioning?
Yeah, one of the key ones is the push notification. So you get a daily notification reminding you to enter what you're wearing that day. We think this is really helpful because on one side, yes, you'll enter what you're wearing, but also you'll keep in mind from the very beginning the 30 wears challenge first thing in the morning.
Awesome. And what if I've tracked something and I haven't, then don't wear it for a month or two?
Well, we built in a small functionality for that won't be in the initial release, but the next one will remind you that item's in your wardrobe. So for example, if you have this sweet shirt that you bought a little while ago and you've only reported it once or maybe 0 times, the app will send you a push notification to remind you to wear it, after a while.
Awesome. So that's the app, and we're really proud of it and hope that it can be a helpful tool for conscious consumers who are really looking to do something now about their environmental footprint. Through the facts in the app, we're trying to raise awareness on the issues that people might not know about and inspire people to really take action in their own lives. We've heard some great feedback and excitement on our Instagram and Twitter channels, 30_wears, and look forward to continue building out new features and help our users on their journey.
And we'd also like to thank the Fixathon, also Stephen Highlands and JP Olay, who organized the whole thing, the judges, and also the sponsors for making it possible, as well as MakerLog for facilitating it. And yeah, we wish you the best of luck, and
pick the right app.
Anyways, ciao.